Hi, my name is Gigi Knief, and I will be presenting the article I found entitled Combating Attention Deficits with Mind Mapping Tools. A brief summary of the article reads that research has shown that nearly 92% of adults who are diagnosed with ADD or ADHD remain untreated until the age of 18 or older, as it tends to go unrecognized throughout childhood. Research has shown adult learners with ADD, ADHD have major deficits in reasoning, comprehension, and possess an inability to organize thoughts cohesively for memory retention. Mind mapping is suggested as a creative way to aid both visual and kinesthetic learners with ADD or ADHD to provide a concise roadmap they can use to stay focused throughout academic endeavors. Some of the talking points I will be discussing throughout my presentation are ADD or ADHD statistics, symptoms of ADD or ADHD, challenges adult learners face, and how to creatively combat ADD, ADHD through mind mapping. ADD or ADHD is not just a childhood problem, and sadly, 92% of adults who are diagnosed with ADD or ADHD remain untreated until the age of 18 or older, as it goes unrecognized throughout childhood, typically being written off as a behavioral issue, and instead of recognizing and treating, they are subject to repeated disciplinary action and unfair labeling. Today, ADD or ADHD affects approximately 4.5% of the U.S. adult population. ADD, ADHD diagnoses among adults in present day are growing 4 times faster in adults than in children in the United States, quite possibly because diagnostic criteria in the DSM-5 were developed for children, and adults with ADD or ADHD may have psychiatric symptoms that mask the symptoms of ADD or ADHD. Some of the statistics, attention deficits are all diagnosed through clinical assessment and use of both the DSM-5, which is the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, and the ICD-11, which is the International Classification of Diseases. The DSM-5 defines ADHD as a persistent pattern of inattention and or hyperactivity and or impulsivity that interferes with functioning or development of an individual. The ICD-11 characterizes ADHD as a persistent pattern of at least 6 months of inattention and or hyperactivity impulsivity that has a direct negative impact on academic, occupational, or social functioning. Symptoms of attention deficits include difficulties in holding attention, restlessness, and a lack of rational behavior. Adult learners affected with ADD or ADHD are likely to experience struggles in concentration, communication, productive interaction, and keeping focus. One of the biggest challenges reported by adult learners is the inability to organize thoughts in a manner conducive to comprehension and memorization. Additional classroom observations of adult learners include becoming easily distracted by events that others tend to ignore, have many off-topic thoughts that make it difficult to follow just one topic, have difficulty paying attention or focusing, especially when reading, frequent daydreaming or zoning out without realizing it, struggle to complete tasks, even when ones that seem simple, commonly overlook details leading to simple errors or mistakes in work, have a hard time remembering conversations and struggle to follow directions, and they get bored quickly and seek out new stimulating experiences. While these are challenging obstacles to overcome, research has indicated mind mapping is a helpful tool in constructing a visual representation of information, which offers both visual and kinesthetic learning opportunities. A mind map is a tool that uses pictures, drawings, and diagrams, which represents thoughts and ideas in a cohesive manner, offering a structured study aid conducive to organizing thoughts and ideas. Mind maps offer the opportunity for adult learners to chunk information together based on meaningful ideas and principles related to the topic. The overall idea of mind mapping enables adult learners to flush out their ideas into a concise roadmap that they can use to stay focused. Mind maps help put content material together in an organized, understandable, and visually memorable display. I've included an additional slide to serve as a reference point, and I feel all adult learners, whether diagnosed with ADD or ADHD, can benefit from this model. Feel free to get as creative as needed or simplify to your liking. This concludes my presentation. I hope you found this information helpful and useful. Thank you.